Hello and welcome to the Inspiring City podcast. Today we've got with us Andrea Tyrimos, who is an artist we've covered on the blog a couple of times before. We've enjoyed her work for a while here, and we're sitting in a cafe in Holborn, and it's round the corner from Andrea's latest piece, which is a painted telephone box. But before we go on to talk about that, hello Andrea.
Hi.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about the project?
Yeah, so the telephone box is called Living Box. It's a disused phone box that was actually going to be removed by BT. I was approached by a social enterprise called Public Space Jam, and the whole idea is to promote more greenery and cleaner air in London. It's been in the news lately that the levels of toxins in the air have been just through the roof. We've actually exceeded our yearly levels of pollution in the first week of 2016.
Yeah.
So it's like a really current issue. And I think because we don't see it, it's something that we kind of shove under the carpet and don't talk about enough and think about change. They approached me about basically creating a art installation with the phone box. And it's also in association with Treebox Limited, who've provided a fantastic actual living wall on the opposite side, like we're on the back side of the telephone box. And yeah, I kind of brought myself to it. I wanted to have parts of my travels in it. So at the bottom you can see some exotic flowers and plants from my trips to the Borneo and the Maui rainforest. And I also wanted the top of it to look as though it's creeping down, almost overtaking the box in a bit of a post-apocalyptic way, watching too much Walking Dead. And the other bit that I like about it, I try with all my public pieces to make them interactive, like with my brick series of work. So the inside of the box, the public can peer inside and you can actually see the exact constellation of stars that we should be able to see from Holborn if our air was cleaner.
Is that what that was?
Yes.
I'd seen those stars in that box. They look really nice. I had no idea that that's what you was going on with.
Yeah, and it's good because there was this thing that I downloaded called Stellarium, and it allows you to pinpoint locations and to see the exact constellation. So I thought that was quite important to stay true and accurate to that, and to sort of show people that if we had less pollution in general, this is the kind of thing we should be able to see.
So if you want to see stars in London, the only place to really do it is Southampton Row in your phone box, and you can see the exact constellation.
Yeah.
So it's an environmental piece, isn't it? This.
Yes, yeah, I'd say so. And I think it's just getting people talking, really. And I think, as well with art, that is what art should do. It should be a talking point.
I mean, and that's certainly the case today. So when we were walking around today, there's loads of people taking pictures. It's a busy street, Southampton Row. There's lots of traffic. Lots of noise, and it sort of stands serenely in amongst that.
Yeah, it does almost. It almost doesn't fit as well, but in a good way, because it stands out. And I think there's not enough street art really in Southampton Row or around this way. We're almost saturated with it, aren't we, in East London and stuff. I think it's something a bit different. And also the process, I painted it every single day for just over a month. So the locals and the local kind of cafes and restaurants and all of that, they saw the progression of it, and people walking home from work or to work in the morning. And that's been really, really nice because I've had a lot of really positive feedback about that. And I think people like to be involved in the process, and then they can actually appreciate the piece as well because they can see how long it's taken, and then they're more interested to know what it's about.
So what I suppose people don't realise about you is that you're a fine artist, really, aren't you? That happens to paint on the street, and you've got this sort of unique style where you take bits of the street away. I mean, your brick series, which we've covered on Inspiring City before. But a month. That's a long time, isn't it? Yeah, it was every day. Weather conditions, all different weather conditions, I was still painting, yeah. But when I get like that, I get a bit almost obsessive. I do get, when I've got a project or something to paint, I have to have my full focus and attention on it to get it done. And I'm inspired by it, and I love art and I love what I do. So for me, even though people were seeing me in the cold and weren't understanding how I was able to do that, I am, because it's something I love and I'm passionate about. So for me, it's just part of the job and part of what I love to do. So when you were given the gig and they said, Andrea, this is a brilliant gig, it's on Southampton Row, middle of town, in January, and it's going to take you say it's going to take a month.
I know. Well, the thing is, they initially thought it might just be kind of, because you see these fantastic, amazing street artists that are able to do their work in a day or 2 or 3 days, which I completely admire. And for me, that's just not something that is achievable. So they thought, oh, okay, so if you can kind of aim to have it done within the 3-4 days, and I had to explain to them that unfortunately with my work it takes a lot longer, but then there's a lot of benefits with that as well. But no, I've done it. It always seems to happen that when I have these kind of outdoor pieces, it was always in the cold and stuff, but it's fine. I enjoy doing it, and yeah.
So what's the future for this box then? What's it going to be? Is it just going to stay there now?
It will remain there, yeah. So it's just outside number 79, Southampton Row. It will stay there as a permanent kind of environmental / art installation. And hopefully you'll see me doing some similar pieces, public art pieces around London as well. Yeah.
Well, if you do, then we'll certainly cover it on Inspiring City. So thank you, Andrea.
Awesome. Thank you so much.